Hello, how are you? My name is Jim Chen from School of Education, Liberty University. Today I'm doing a presentation for human performance technology and educational technology in support of online learning. The content of this presentation: 1. Human performance technology and a better practice outcome in both financial or non-financial benefit for individual and organization. And 2, education technology and how to enhance and motivate learning. 3, education technology support online learning. 4, education, continue education and life learning. The HPT focus on improving human performance in practice, and it's proposed to benefit individual and organization. Make the test work in the production process more effective towards achievement. Education technology is based on computer-based learning, using computer hardware, software, and application to support teaching. The unique of education technology support distant learning, which online learning match with this propose. It's showing significant satisfaction with the learning than traditional physical in-class learning. Adults who continue education should connect with their daily life as a participant in the work environment and as responsible adults at home. Distant and online learning that may suit adults' lifestyle. And PowerPoint 1. What is human performance technology? According to Kahn and Melinda 2018, HPT is a systematic process to discover and analyzing important human performance gaps, planning for future improvements in human performance, and to designing, developing cost-effective and ethical, justifiable intervention to close the performance gap, implementing the intervention and varying the financial and non-financial results. HPT's main point is on human performance gap between the current situation, design achievement, and human performance design practice procedure for improving meaning needs, and more. Gilbert 2019 stated that HPT requires considering both human behavior and achievements in productive vision. Moreover, the HPT used practical approach to improving human performance by creating effective solutions through analyzing the gap between as is and to be stated, design and developing human performance management system with no tradition, training, or in-class learning that show the benefits through the analysis of the and design plan on resolve the problems to let people reach a high efficiency operation. Furthermore, HPT has been used by individual, small groups, and organizations. On the other hand, HPT is not a setting of routine or mechanistic principle, practice, programs, and exercise. And it engages in proactive effect to preserve and expand in the field practice. Moreover, HPT support performance technology in their ongoing tests to improve performance in workplace. HPT has become part of individuals, organizations, routine activity to support better performance in all areas. Slide 2. What is educational technology? Educational technology refers to computer-based learning using computer hardware, software, and application to enhance learning. The education technology based on technology as a tool for teaching and learning has not gone unnoticed by major actors in education. Technology facilitates individual, small group performance. It is valuable to any enterprise that's seeking to add measurable value. The value measurement towards education technology is setting the fundamental regulation for education system. On the other hand, information and communication technology has a beyond simple technology application to leverage and embedding various sources of the online pedagogy. Support learning not only on learning content but also communication environments. Moreover, ET as a computer-based learning tool in the process of learning offer positive evidence in the learning outcome and learning activities on the academic performance, along with students' attitude towards technology, engagement, and perceived learning, and directly affect the learning outcome. The students have been encouraged and motivated to use computer-based learning tools to engage the learning. ET, through its positive activity in teaching and learning, leads students to reach their learning goal. Furthermore, ET and pedagogical resource benefit human performance and students' learning performance. Slide 3. What is online learning? Online learning follows its turn of individual learning format, online collaboration, unique online instruction design, and online learning instruction delivery to implement the teacher and the learning. Torres ETAL 2018 states, online learning aims to fund related learning and necessity learning material. And RAN ETAL 2016 said that online learning has no requirement of in-class learning. It can match different learners' needs, engage with the learners. Prerequisite knowledge, characteristic, background, learners' level of ability towards their activity, learning performance. Based on ontology of natural existence, Torres ETAL 2018 stated that knowledge representation is related to the learner, retain information, and a recommendation system to support online learning's needs. Moreover, NAC ETAL 2018 stated online learning requires a depth of heuristic variation math to establish learning guidelines to variation online learning. Furthermore, traditional learning and online learning needs to provide adults facilitation and social support for young generation. There are more requirements for youngs to follow online instruction design learning for the future study. Slide 4. Human performance analysis, evaluation, and gaps practice. HPT analysis process on the human performance improve focus on current situation and degrees of performance requirement for individuals and organizations to discover existing performance gap. It helps provide the detail of performance gaps and a procedure in project process. The evaluation of HPT on the current human performance practice changes and improve to an existing operation. It's beneficial to both financial and non-financial purpose towards the outcome. HPT discovered the gaps between the current human performance situation and design achievements to close the gap to meet the design needs. Gilbert's 2019 stated that systematic approach of analysis of HPT should be including three primary functions: analysis of performance, analysis of the primary reason, and involvement of current situation. Those three primary functions have meaningful support for systematic to the human performance practice. The variation procedure has provided HPT has support in industrial revolution on the enhanced labor operation, support the learning process, learning environment, and source information. HPT resolved the problem during the learning process and the learning technology methodology on the real-life human learning. The gap in human performance requires investigation, the cause and the design to correct the performance practice. Slide number 5. HPT improving human performance practice. HPT analysis human performance to discover the performance gap in human performance practice. Design the performance operation system, proceed to the performance operation system, and successfully implement human performance practice. In the research study, Hop and Zabrowski 2018 stated that HPT practice has shown its changing applicable procedures and variation. Human performance follow the goals, training, background, work environment, and attire vary from the field to the field to improve the human practice procedure. On the discussion of the high performance of individual organization, research state HPT has a great potential to enhance individual innovation for high performance organization. An organization with high performance practice, and again its support from implementation of the design performance operation. Slide 6. HPT practical process showed a positive impact on human performance outcome. HPT enhanced innovation competency, innovation for high performance organization model, and it has a great potential to enhance individual innovation competency. In the research study at the same view, Hop and Zabrowski 2018 stated individuals, organization using HPT to reach high level performance. The upbuilding performance contains knowledge, skill, tools, and technique to project activity to meet the project requirement. Moreover, Hop and Zabrowski 2018 said that a project consists of initiate and planning to the project with the practice process, monitoring, and control to establish high quality completion. That's a completion of the practice performance, follow the process procedure to implementation of the high quality vision. Slide 7. Human performance technology in the learning process. HPT has been used for performance analysis, intervention, and evaluation to the effectiveness of interventions, including in the area of education technology, and more on HPT framework for the performance practice in connect the different level of the work and the related works in its test workplace through the online learning, feedback, or an evaluation to implementation of the learning process. Research study Gilbert 2019 said that shortest training program is the most effective for learners. It can save the time and money on the training course. A better teaching and learning performance support a better education system that helps people in future learning. And the more HPT supports the learning process, it develops human resource to become high performer, effectively manage data and information, process, improve customer focus, innovation-driven, result-oriented learning organization. HPT support all the detail of internal, external of the current business activity. Moreover, the interconnected system support by on-time jobs task learning in experience-based training with a performance support solution, which the different learning math meets the device learning needs. Furthermore, practical training can occur in any learning math and any learning environment. In other words, the Zagri and Gale 2016 state, the education training program, the learner process can take place in any form with an organization, from instruction leads training activity to e-learning or even to simulation. Slide 8. Human performance technology influence on education technology. HPT's principle is to improve the production activity for individual and organization, improve the performance operation, and reach favorable outcome. HPT support educational technology that technologies used in education, such as computer-based learning. The principle of HPT is to improve human performance in the use of technology. Education based on technology supports learning. The students have been encouraged and motivated to using computer-based learning tools to engage knowledge. ET, through its positive activity in the learning, teaching and learning, leads students to reach their learning goal. Furthermore, ET and pedagogical resource benefit human performance and students' learning performance. Slide 9. Education technology and online learning. The primary proposal of the ET is to improve education quality and enhance teaching and learning. ET as a field of the study to keep up the learning process, including compute hardware as a desktop, laptop, and other electrical device to support students' learning. Through the procedure of HPT, analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation to support education instruction design. The principle of online learning, a computer-based tool to enhance the students' learning. ET has shown supply the computer hardware and software to allow subjects to learn and create a learning environment to practice and communicate its content. It builds the relationship between each student, teach, and learning contents in the learning environment. Slide number 10. The concept of a traditional learning math and online learning math. HPT and ET support traditional and online learning. Traditional teaching and learning math as a physical in-class learning. Students follow teachers' instruction and guidance to reach knowledge and skill with learning material or handout. Online learning follow its turn of individual learning format, online collaboration, unique online instructional design, and online learning instruction delivery to implement the teacher and the learning. The AD, instruction design model, links education technology as a linear learning for conventional learning format. It uses a step-by-step learning method to accomplish the teaching, and it's mainly focused on test, handout, video, or PowerPoint, ET. Directed by teacher in learning process. Traditional teaching and learning. Teacher leads the students' learning and complete assignments at home. In contrast, online learning instruction design contains a learning procedure, learning material, delivery method, and evaluation for the learning instruction. Students have more control over their online learning process with more flexibility in discussing online learning. The students use computer-based learning to reach the knowledge and skills, communicate with the teacher, receive the teacher's online instruction to complete subject learning. Slide number 11. The collaborative learning. Collaborative learning is one of the practical learning types. The main point of the collaborative learning is to number of the people who work together through the shared learning experience, case study, small group discussion, etc., to solve the learning problem. The essential of collaborative learning, effective to both traditional instruction design and online, emphasize. The traditional instructional design learning use face-to-face and group students in physical and online learning environments through the virtual calibration of the knowledge and information and the students' resource information. ET helps students adjust their learning method, support the students' knowledge on individual level to benefit teaching process. Terrace ETALA 2018 stated that online learning with social network, recommended system, match learner, source information, and the relation between the learners. Forensi 2016 stated in the learning process, professional education develop practice change the professionals, and the professionals practice influence education, social, legal, culture, technological, instructional, and society context to support the learning process. Additionally, NACO ETAL 2018 asserted that learning process evaluation helps the online instruction design. It is not only for learners' experience, but also for educators to support teaching and learning. The positive results show the learning outcome in the online learning process. Online learning has contained a learning procedure, learning material, delivery method, and evaluation for online instruction design. ET has shown support of the online learning and create a online learning environment to build relation between learners to learning in the learning context, learner to learners in the learning process, and a teacher for meaning of a two-way communication. Slide 12. Constructivism and online learning. According to Myers 2009 stated that constructivism is in line with a learning-centered environment, in which the control of the learning shifts from the instructor to the learner, and the constructivist ground learning environment provide learner with a great opportunity for engagement by working on activities that are authentic, relevant, applicable beyond the classroom. Online learning follows its turn of individual learning format, online collaboration, unique online instruction design, and online learning instruction delivery to implement the teacher and the learning. The meaning of the constructivism to online learning secure the learning process to create a communication like an email between teacher and students. Slide number 13. Ontological instruction design and online learning. The ontological refers to divide existing catalog to separate items easy to understand. Ontologic link to computer science to support online learning. It has a showing on individual-based education, classic setting learning, and a subject can be shared and related to same learning platform, and the learning environment connect to each learner. The ontological instruction design avoids the learning information overload, use filtering out irrelevant learning source, and automatically recommend relevant resource to match your learner's personal needs. And more, NACO ETAL 2018 states that online learning is an affordance of learning environments that provide students learning subjects, sharing, communication to achieve learning goal. Moreover, RANO ETAL 2016 concludes that online learning has no restrict on age, location, time frame. It also removes the socio-economic barriers. Slide number 14. Adults continue education and online learning. Adults continue education refers to adults engaged in learning subjects with a personal or job task proposal to achieve the learning goal. Adults continue education has a different learning form, including physical in-class learning and online learning. Online learning has shown favorable to those learning group. From the online learning principle and practice, online learning format is favorable to adults learning by flexible on time frame, no physical learning environment required, and receive learning instruction online. Online learning follow its turn of individual learning format, online collaboration, unique online instructional design, and online learning instruction delivery to implement the teacher and the learning. Torres ETAL state, online learning to fund the relative learners and the necessity learning material. And RANO ETAL said that online learning has no requirement on in-class learning. It can match different learners' needs. Engage with the learner's prerequisite knowledge, characteristic background, learners' level of ability towards their activity learning performance. Based on the ontology of natural existence, Terrace ETAL 2018 states, the knowledge representation is related to the learner's returned information and a recommendation system to support online learners' needs. Moreover, NACO ETAL states online learning requires adapt the heuristic evaluation math to establish learning guidelines to evaluate online learning. Slide number 15. Constructivism, instruction design and adults continue education, learning, and life learning. Constructive learning creates an environment for learners to construct their new knowledge at their performance and individual self-regulation level. Adults require a flexible learning schedule towards their completion and time on the reaction of the learning subject. Adults need a planning of their learning to fit their adults' daily life schedule. And adults learning need time to react to the learning subject, which may take a little bit more time to figure out the learning detail and the background subject's knowledge. NACO ETAL 2018 STAT Online Social Learning Network, Social Network Setting, Site, and a Learning Management System can support adults' learning. It promotes individual learning connected to social network to enhance learning. Online learning motivate and facilitate adults' learning, connect group students learning online, communicate between the student to the teacher, and based on the computer-based learning, solve the learning problems through the online question, email, virtual meeting if necessary. Life learning adults learning through the online learning benefits both students and teachers and towards learning goal. Adults learning represent a part of the human life learning. Adults through real-world practice directly gain knowledge and skill and reward their practical test work. Also, adults reach new knowledge and skills through the education system, including physical in-class learning and online learning. In most cases, online learning becomes the first choice to get the knowledge and skill to support their working task and daily life. For example, in the safety construction training program, the adult students reached requirements through the virtual online learning before return to any construction site in New York City, followed by Local Law 196. And this kind of training will be continued required for in the 5 years time. And next is a reference. That's a reference page 1, reference page 2, reference page 3, and reference page 4. That is all included in my today's presentation. Thank you.